Alright, I'm recording.
Mm.
Alright, ready? So,
Yep.
after you put this basic 3x3 down, just the basic 3x3, you put a ladder hatch here. Just make it
Yeah.
as a wood wall, like a wood fucking roof when you first get it down.
Mhm.
Basic 3x3. You want to build the next story up. Now, the next story is going to be your weakest story. Because it'll only be 3 walls to loot. So, I would like probably not put anything up here, and I would maybe just even enclose off these side bits here, and just put, if you desperately need loot rooms, put them like there. You see, like those other 2 areas. This is not where your bed goes or anything, because this is the most unprotected spot. So this is what I would do. Um, I know it gets a little bit crowded as a 20 man, but you should be good. I'd try HQ these walls here towards the end of wipe.
Uh,
But leave the rest,
End of wipe.
well, you know, when you can, sort of thing. Make these 2 loot rooms, the other 2. But then, yeah, like I said, put this up. Your third story is your peak downs. If you want peak downs in your third story, which is where I normally have them. So you got this to have door frames, so you can get into your in and out of your peak downs. Then you put garage doors there, and there. Close this off with the wall, close this off with the wall. You can probably even just close this off with the wall. This off with the wall. I would sheet metal it when you get the resources, but everything can be stone at the start of wipe. And then
Yeah.
just put another set of garage doors there and there, along with some armored double doors here and here. This is where your ladder hatch goes. Oh, it's span, roofs. Now, if you're really desperate, and you reckon you might be able to take first heli and this is all you've been able to get down or something, you can build a shooting floor on like this floor here, and you just cut it off when you don't need it. So this is what I'd do something like this or this, and then just like build windows around it. If you like taking first heli and this is all you could get up, I'd do something like this. But otherwise, you realistically speaking just want to put these as walls and keep those 2 single doors there. And so I'll just go something like this. I use this base for an 8-man this wipe. We ended up
You're an
getting,
8-man.
yeah, had an 8-man on this wipe.
Mm.
Like, not on all the time. Mostly we're only like a quad max as
Okay.
hectic gone. But yeah, okay, this is where I would, so I don't get like blown from the roof down, this is where I would wrap my garage doors like this. So there's not just like 2 garage doors to the ladder hatch. This is a dead floor, so I would use this for beds on the outer rim. But nothing more. This is, yeah, it's, you know, not a floor to be used. I would still sheet metal this. And I put a ladder hatch there. Alright, now we're done with that. We go on the outside. We put a lowest square there, sheet metal it. Lowest square here, sheet metal it. Lowered square. Oh, you little fucking Jew. He's logged out where we're building. Can you message him?
Yeah.
Oh my god, some people. Anyway, you want to do this? I'll build that side after. Well, okay. You want to just metal these.
That's a shame.
You want to metal these like this. Stone the top. Do this before you start double stacking or anything. And after you get to this point, you want just start double stacking. So 1 high foundation, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Put a triangle at the end. I can't because maybe we're too close to outpost. That's not a problem.
Yeah.
That's not a problem. So what you do, if this actually happens and you run out of terrain or something, you go out to the furthest square you can. You build back 1 triangle. Put a triangle at the end. You delete this. Fuck me. And then you put another square and another triangle. You delete this one, you delete that, then you come back. You just try to do recover. So it doesn't matter what order you do it in. You just have to like do the amount of squares out you needed, which is 8. Okay, you metal this. Delete this. And what's actually necessary is you got this, and you go 1, 2, 3. You just stone these. We're going to use them later, but at the moment we don't need them. So you want to go 8 squares out on each side. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 with a triangle. Delete. So if you want a little trick and you have TCs, you delete 4 squares back with the 2 triangles, and you delete the last triangle. This is if you like obviously don't have a tool to hit out a twig or something, or you're not on a build server. And you delete the other 4, and you go back. That way the TC all extends out far enough that you can still right click a hammer and delete metal, 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 and delete all this. I'll do this next side. So 8 squares out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Triangle at the end. Delete this square here. Because the game's so gay and the clipping isn't that great. Clips off sometimes. There we go. And like I said, get these 3 triangles into stone, stone, and stone. We'll need them later on during the build. At the moment we don't. And then this is pretty much it. Then you want to go and put your stairs in. Now they can be half-heighted. If the game wants to clip on, oh my god. There we go. I'll metal them again. If you have the HQ them, because by all means it just adds more protection. It adds half a wall, so. But otherwise you just want to. Oh my god, this fucking game is shit. I'm just trying to see if I can get these. Yeah, I can. Okay, maybe do them up before you do this, so you can stand out like this and build them up. Like this, because it's a lot easier. You gotta get the right spot. It just becomes a fucking pain in the ass. It can be done in vanilla, so I just did it there. Build them up, and this should be perfectly across. And after you do this, let me just check it real quick, so I know I can keep going to build. Roof there, roof there. Yeah, it works now because we got the extra stability. Cool. All right. The
Nice.
second floor also isn't that exposed anymore. It's only half full, so they can only blow here. But it works. So I need those there.
Yeah, I just want to see what happens when I get rid of them.
Nothing happens.
Don't worry.
They're just there because I need them for the later part of the build. Alright, this
Okay.
works, so
Okay.
we're good to go. If you want to do this on each of the squares, 3 high and metal each side. Just do that on each part of each of the squares. Just wait for Hectic to move when he logs back on. Fucking retard.
Yeah.
He's moved.
Okay, nice. Yes. Oh, yeah.
I can build there, so that's the important thing. Alright, now we want to do this on this side. And go up 3 squares like that on the other squares. 3 walls rather. Alright. So now that we do that, we go around and put the fucking stairs in for all the other sides. Metal them. I did them on that side as well. Just this side here. They haven't done the honeycomb. 1, 2, 3. Scan. 3, 4, 5, 6. Like I said before, you can just go delete 4 squares, go with 2 crescents, come back to 2 crescents, delete towards the last triangle like this, because TC off extends that far, if the game wants to load, and delete the last 4 squares, and extend triangles back. These need to be metal because you don't want them to foundation raid you, which is why we also put the stairs there, because they're handy. And then the 3 squares down here, which is just stone, because they don't need to be anything. This is where you put the stairs here as well. Again, stops foundation raiding. You only really need to put them down below, like this, because we're only stopping that foundation from getting hit. We don't actually need to stop any of those half walls, because the half walls are a wall, so it's still 16 rockets. But we definitely want to stop that foundation. You can always armor that foundation if you're worried about that happening, because it does happen. People do foundation raid in this game, especially if they find the weakest part of the base. But yeah, that's pretty much it for that. We're going to delete this back. You have to hit these out with a fucking tool. Right now, we want to just build up the square. There doesn't need to be anything in here. It's just an active honeycomb. Yeah, like that. Now we need to put the staircase here and here. Now obviously we can't put it there, so we have to just put it on this lower one. But that's where you want to armor that staircase there. Sheet metal, sheet metal. Because this is where you enter from, it's your weakest part of the base. I'll put like a barrage off here. Still have peak downs because the peak downs are used. Okay. Now we're talking. Alright, so now we probably put like a, I don't know, a door there. A couple doors here. Unless you do feel like you are going to get door raided, probably wrap from this side here. Like this. This is probably how I do it anyway. It's just a lot easier. Then you just wrap like this. Because this works just as well. That, because you don't really want to get door raided. This prevents it. You'd probably HQ that there if you needed to, but if you don't feel like you need to, then you're fine. I'll definitely HQ this one here as well, and probably this wall here, just to, you know, add the thought of fucking a huge motherfucker there. Alright, this side here, I would, like the door side, probably raise these. You see you can put the door here, and you'd put like a door frame, a window frame rather, a window frame. Double door with a set of staircases. Stone, stone, stone. Put your glass windows. If you don't have glass windows, just chuck, what are they called? Shot fronts there, metal shot fronts. That works just as well. Put another door there if you're scared as well. And then this is where you just build up your honeycomb. The honeycomb goes up 3 stories high, which is actually 3.5. Oh. Okay, so this can be stone. It doesn't need to be sheet metal. Because it's still cheaper to go through the square. But that one down there needs to be sheet metal, so I'd probably like share sheet metal on both sides, just so it looks, you know, symmetrical. That's what people are looking for. Places in the base where it doesn't look symmetrical. I'd probably do that just to cover the roof there on the garage side. Build this up here. Metal, all this needs to be metal. Oh, let's switch there. Same with this side here. Build up this square. Do it on this side here as well. 3 squares up. It's really basic. Really basic. Then if I show you right now, spec, if you just want to do this for me, go around on each side and honeycomb it 3 stories high with stone.
Sure.
Like that. So just upgrade this on the stone and do it on
No problem.
every side but the door side.
Alright.
Then we come back inside, and this is where we put our roofs in. So this is visually adds an extra wall onto the base. You sheet metal it, and now it's a whole extra wall to get to your first floor and your half your second floor. Because realistically speaking, if they were to blow this here, they'd only get halfway into it, and it's just a lot easier of a chokehold. It encourages them to rock a PvP, but it also makes it a lot easier if you guys hold and just chuck turrets on each side if you want. So I'd only do it on the first floor. You can do it like the next layer up, but like if you put like a roof down like that, you can do it this way up. I just don't like. I find it's shit. Okay. Because of the difference in foundations, I've stuffed up a little bit, but this is where I would probably make the decision. To actually not make the 3rd story peak down. So if we do the whole core again, I'll make a note of this hectic when I upload it, when I give it to you. If you do the whole core again, you actually want the 4th story to be peaked down, and it's very essential to make sure you do this, because I just realized that because of the height of the foundations, it's actually completely different. Wow, that's interesting for the stability there. But so realistically speaking, delete this, delete this, delete this, delete this, delete this, and delete this, delete this, delete this. Now, this is the 3rd story here. No, that's the 2nd story. This is the 2nd story here. Now, the 3rd story is still 1 too low, so we need to do like this all the way around. This is how the peak down's going to be. How they're always designed to be, so it might even be worth to did that one wrong. You definitely metal these. You have to metal these, otherwise they're just gonna blow up and it's just gonna be really awkward. Even put peak downs on your front door because you never know. Now this here has to be metal. If you metal this whole thing, I mean you could always go up with a half floor. Make the entrance there, but I feel like the entrance on the 4th story wouldn't be a bad idea. So you'd do something fancy here and maybe put like it. I don't know. This is where you could go for the wraparound already. When I get the resources required though, I'd probably just upgrade the 2 walls next to the 2 ladder hatches, so 1 here. I'd upgrade that to HM, 1 here, I'll upgrade that to HM. Just to add that extra protection. Now if we metal this side, he's done all that, and then we can just put this off with a stone roof, because we're never going to have access to this. Don't need to have access to it. So now that we're here, we can probably make our shooting floor. Okay, so you'd have like these here, opening outwards. Did that one wrong. Because where did I put the ladder hatch? The ladder hatch is going to be here, right? Because the ladder hatch is here. Metal, metal. Sure. This is your garage doors. Metal garage door. Again, you can always just keep this at stone. I got it fully up stone this whole white before we made any improvements to it. That's why I got it up super quick. But that's why you just want to make roofs here. Metal them for sure. This is where you can still double stack your base. This next floor just has to be all half walls. This is just to add stability to the base. Nothing exciting. It can be all stone because it adds no added protection at all. Right. And I'll definitely make the ladder hatch up there. Okay, so this is where you add an extra layer of honeycomb, but we don't want the outer honeycomb. So where the stone one is, you leave the stone at the stone. What a lot of bases don't have is protection to the shoot down floor. So normally they have on the third story is where the honeycomb falls off, and that's just the easiest pot rate. You send like 8 rockets in if it's just shoot metal like this, and you'd be in there. This way here is what I'm doing, is you can stone this for now, but I would suggest sheeting it afterwards, just because it adds that extra protection. But what I'm doing now, and then when we go like this, stone that, is going to be stone here. If we put a roof here, and we stone that, it creates this honeycomb here, which is just the 4 rocket stone inside. And we got this, stone this up, stone that. Now all this can be placed in vanilla because I built the whole base, so you see me no clipping now, but it's really easy to place. You get an angle and you'd be able to do it. We still haven't done the outer TCs, but they're pretty self-explanatory. You go out to you don't have building for it, you just build the TC bunkers, right? Now this is like the whole core of your base. It looks 4 stories, but it's literally like 4.5, 5 stories inside. Put your ladder hatch here. If I were logging off for the night, and there was nobody on, even if it's just 1 rocket, I'd put another ladder hatch here. But when you're on during the day, this becomes too much of a fuck fest, and I'll just take it off. But if you're offline, that's what you can do.
Zero, you left some of the
Roofs
roofs
out,
out.
yeah, on this side. That's really easy to fix. You can even do it inside if you took off the door.
Tried.
But just no clip in if you have to, like on here. But you can just take off the door and do it yourself before, but you'd have to trap yourself in there. So only take limited sources. Now this is where your shooting floor becomes a thing. Stability in this is 17, which is what you got to watch. But it's pretty self-explanatory. It's just your usual 5x5 shooting floor. You want to make sure you don't. You want to make sure these roofs don't grab onto this roof here, because that's connected to the double stacking, and it grabs onto the wall instead. You got to make sure that happens. Otherwise, so you see that there. So looking on my screen, you can see 2 places of the thing. You want to place it on the outer one, because if you place it on the inner one, it won't have enough stability. You have to place it on the outer one. You'll see that in the VOD. Yeah, you just want to make sure you place it on the furthermost outer one, otherwise you won't get the stability. And you might see me, I might have fucked up already, but I'll show you where I did fuck up, if I did fuck up. You'll see with the stability after, you won't be able to place anything. So make sure when you're doing this, you're ready to do the whole shooting floor, because you need to know how to. Only 1 shooting floor, because I found that having 2 shooting floors just creates too much weakness in your base, even if it's split apart. So you metal all this whole ground, because a lot of clans just like to 8 rocket into your shooting floor. Now if you have the bottom metal, it limits that. Again, if you have the metal frames, you would obviously go around and metal the whole shooting floor, like the windows and all, but because that becomes expensive, especially once you've started metaling the whole base, you can just keep this stone. It just makes it harder for them to ladder up. Now, You don't want TGB laddering into your base either, so when you do the shooting floor, use single doors instead of double, but that creates a little bit of a kerfuffle right it's somewhere. Let me find it. It looks like it's here. See, we can't place a wall somewhere. Here it is. You can't place a wall there, but you won't ever need to. That should be the only thing stopping you to do this. Single doors, so TGB doesn't go onto your roof. So all them. Creates a small peak down. There's no double stack peak down in this base because everything that's double stacked is tightly double stacked and not concealed in any way. You need to put all these frames down for stability for the roof. You won't be able to place one there, but that's okay. So there and there. You'll never be able to place one here. It's just because of how the double stack works. It's on the right side, no matter what way you're facing. Here you can't place, but here you can. Get it at the right angle. Always on the right side you can't, but here you can. If you get on the right, if I'm not retarded. What have I done here? Should be fine to place that there. What have I done? Okay, maybe I'm just retarded and done something wrong, but you should be able to place it there. Okay. Just there's not enough space, so I don't know what I've done there, but you just need as much of these down as you can get because of stability and how stability works. On the right side you won't be able to place, but over the other side you can. Okay, now it's self-explanatory. Just build the roofs up like this. This is where stability doesn't work, so you need to build the other floor first and build it back. But that's no stress. So it'll always be this right side one. If it's the front door, because the front door has less stability because of how it works with the double stacking. That will be on literally almost every base. This isn't the front door, but the front door's there, so that's how that works here. Not enough stability. So you just stone this. So if they really want to just fall off on your base, they can. Again, once you get metal it, but the final build doesn't really cost much. It's just being retarded. Did I fuck this up maybe? Aha! Perfect. Okay, this is where you can see I fucked up. So if you come here, there's no gap here whatsoever. There needs to be a gap. So if you take this off, see that little gap there? Needs to be the gap, which means I've hooked this foundation. That's why it's not working. I've hooked that onto there instead of the wall. So you just go back, delete it, and redo it. That's you got to be majorly careful about because it just fucks up the whole stability of the base. You still be able to place the single doors, but you just won't get enough stability to put this down. No, this one here. And now this should work because you've got enough stability. Now you want to probably just wall this in again because it is your weakest part of the base. Just use the outer bits for that. But there's no stress, realistically speaking, because it's a shooting floor, and that's always going to be the weak part. If we do this, I would four door it, and this around. I'll definitely metal these stone. Unless you have an abundance of gears, which never happens in this thing. I'd probably do something like this actually. I'd go around like this. This should just be all stone because of door frame. Door frames never go metal unless it's like one of your hotspots in the base where they're going to blow through no matter what. That's the only time I'd put something like a door frame metal, so like your front door metal, because it doesn't just, you never need to be more than that, unless it's like obviously a hotspot and you need to like repair it real quick. Yeah, see how I'm holding onto this, making sure that all the roofs are connected to the center. It's for stability because it's double stacked. Double stack will always have stability issues. Now the roofs are really simple. You go around, you place roofs in these spots here. I do this. So you need to connect to the front one. Nope, the back one. Nope. Oh, this. Alright, so on the right side, you will never be able to place it, which means you need more stability. You might never be able to place a roof there, that's fine. I'll show you what to do instead. I'd probably put like a window there or like a low wall. It's really up to you. It's not really meant to be used for anything. It's just a gap. You'll never be able to place it on the right side. Stability reasons. Now, I could have done if we didn't have the lowered walls on the full story, but since we do, just put something like this around. There we go. Something like that. It doesn't stop much, but you know, at a certain angle it might save you. Okay, this is pretty much the base. Next I'll just put, I don't know, 2 doors on this with, I'd probably put them garage if you want to save your helis, like under roofs. But because that doesn't work anymore, and it's just in TC range, I believe, I'd probably just do something like this. Put like that there, that there, that there, that there, that there, that there. All this can be stone, because if someone's going to blow through your window floor, it's going to be the bottom one and not this one, so this. Unless they have like 10 helis, you can heli their whole clan onto your roof. This won't ever get raided. Then you just obviously put like these down here. There we go. You get the gist of it. Pretty self-explanatory. Now you just pick a side which you want your ladder hatch to be. Ladder hatch to this side, so I'd probably put it here. Create a shooting floor, this floor for heli. You can take this up as many as you want. It's a Korean Zerg tower, it's nothing fancy. You know, you just keep putting it up there, but I normally just do it one floor, put roofs all around. And then like this. This is generally what my base looks like as a 5x5 stack. I've given you an upgrade to it though since using it, so it should be relatively easy to use. It's pretty good for like a 10-man-ish. Any more gets a little bit crowded, but so does every other base in the world. Now to do the outer TCs, because we've just, I believe it's 5 squares out, so on the 5th square you should be able to place the bunker TC. If you're looking to there's 2 ways of doing these bunker TCs. If you're looking to high wall up to here, and then like using these as like an actual high wall, then do it this way, metal, and just put like a roof there. So let's get rid of that for a second. Fuck me. Okay, got a bunch of TCs and just put this down about here. Should be able to. Oh. That's easy to do. You put your, you do your roof and the roof. Then you put this back, and you stone this till you have the resources to metal it all the way across. But if you're not looking to do that, and you're looking to like go all the way around with high walls, then do it like this way. Ready? 5 squares out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On the 5th one, you should get no TC or do it like this. Instead of doing the door there, do it like this. So put another triangle foundation up. Put one there. Put one there. This way's a lot better in my opinion. Just makes it a lot harder for them to do anything from the outside. Oh, I just did that again, didn't I? So if you do it like this instead, but only do this way if you're looking to go all the way around with your high walls after you get a compound going. Can't do it there because it's outposts. But if you're not looking and you're just looking to connect it like this, you want to do some like fancy walls, maybe some walls here, do something like this, put like spikes at the top, then do it like that with the wall at the back. But if not, then I'll just stone like all this, it's only 4 rockets anyway. But if you want to do it like that, like the actual bunker TC, do it like this: 3 triangles, 1 square, and then a fucking wall on either side. It just makes it a lot harder to get into, and can sometimes negate some rockets. So you want to do that on each side, and this already counts as 1, so you just go out 5, so another 4 more, 2, 3, 4, 5. I like this way better, and this also means that this can be left stone, because you don't actually need that to be sheet metal, because it's not seen by the outside world. There you go, just go like that. 1, 2, 3. Put your TC at the back there. Far forward as you can. And it should still be able to be open like that. Easy as that. The last one out here. Didn't place the 3 stone ones down. That's easy. See that? That's why you need the stone square. Triangle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On the 5th one, you go up 3. Metal. Metal. That could be stone. You just want to get roof. Roof. Metal. Metal. And
Hey, Zero, I don't think this roof does anything.
what roof?
The third roof that you put down in the external TC.
It's personal opinion in
Hmm?
terms of what you want to do. So if you're going around them like this,
Hmm.
I do the roof thing because it just looks cooler.
Okay.
But if you're like I said here, if you're grabbing onto it like this, then just do the wall because it's a lot easier to grab onto. Then you can make this like an external TC like fucking bunker
Okay,
bit.
right.
And I'll do something like this. I'd put a ladder hatch here. I'd put my 2 walls here. I'd
Hmm.
make another window here and here, and I'd make this a double door. And then obviously I'd put spikes at the top.
Yeah. Alright, sure.
Just up to personal opinion, but this is what the base looks like.
Yeah.
It's pretty strong. It should at least be a stone sheet armored wall to the bottom.
Yeah.
If you place vending machines inside on the walls that are like vacant, it can also create another 8 rockets. So because each vending machine is 8 rockets or full C4. So if you were inside, you've done like your loot rooms. This, like this. You can just like say if you've got like all these walls here are free. So if you've got your this is a loot room 7 box. This is a loot room 7 box. This is a loot room 4 box. Up here's a loot room. Up here's a loot room 7 box 7 box. There's plenty of loot. Let's just say you got this. Oh my god. So you put your tier 3 like here. That's 8 rockets on that side. Then you go, okay, well I want to make some more rocket protection. Just get your vending machines. Another 8 rockets on that side. Another 8 rockets there. Now the cool thing about these stairs here is if you have the materials, 100% HQ them. HQ them. Because you can see them from the outside, like from in here, if you just want to move for me. Real quick. Spec.
My bad, sorry.
All good. So you can see them from this side when you do place them. Yeah, but like I said, if you have the HQ, you can see them if you don't place them. No. HQ them because it's really strong. Like, oh, can I not place that there? Okay. Well, I figured something out. Interesting. Don't upgrade the armored stairs, like the stairs to armored, before you put the roofs down. They have to be sheet before you do that. That's interesting. I didn't know that, but so don't upgrade these stairs to armored until you've done the roofs. So you can only upgrade them through the floor in the base.
Zero, can you add me as a friend or something?
Yeah.
Thanks.
There you go. Interesting, but handy to know. So metal, metal, metal. So this is your peak downs at the moment. So your peak downs like this, right? You come down, you're defending your base, or you're building your base. Run across here, just got this ready. Roof there. Upgrade the sheet. Roof there. Upgrade the sheet. Come here, jump up to the very top, and start jumping. You should find the angle right there. There you go. Sheet metal. And then you just grab a ladder. You ladder right here. I'll even do it. Construction ladder, 1 ladder. So it goes here. You can really just do this. Pick up the ladder, and that's your peak dance done. Then you can still use your peak dance. You can even get a cheek angle like this and just hold from here. It's pretty good. These I would metal these after a while, but they don't need to be. They don't stop anything. You can still shoot through them and everything. It's just, you know, personal preference. I've missed out a thing here, so I'll show you how it's done. So I'll say you're removing this door. You come in here. Now you will get trapped in here after you do this because you can't place them from the top. You have to place them from below. But you know you got that, like that. So I'd only come in here with limited amount of resources that you need. So exact wood and stone. Yeah. Yeah. And pretty much like this. I'll see what everyone's doing. Oh, lovely. And yeah, so this is how pretty much it's done. Simple as that. Whoa. And yeah. Anyway, that's how it is. Jump down here. Make sure these aren't armored first. But that's the gist of it. You understand? Spec and hectic in the video.
Hmm?
The base is really strong. It's pretty easy to get set up. I built this on, like I said, a vanilla rustified AU medium. We got raided by SR first probably like 10 hours. We defended, they didn't get to shoot a rocket, and then we just snowballed from there. This side doesn't need to have the roofs on it because it's your door side, and yeah, so it's your weakest spot by far. But then again, is what it is. But yeah, that's the base, man. It's pretty simple, pretty
Yeah.
self-explanatory, and I'll give
Alright.
Hectic the video.
That's good.